Hello and welcome back to my walkthrough to Final Fantasy 15. In the last episode, we spent, I think, the first of a few episodes here in Chapter 8. And at the end of the last episode, we were making our way and we completed the Doral Caverns, the dungeon that is just behind us there.
This will make a fine paint.
And I say that we completed, but there is actually something that I realised, which is... if you did watch that episode, you'll have remembered that there was a sort of a location located high up that we couldn't warp strike to at some points. And what I didn't realise is that you actually need to use the battle with the Iron Giant and the Ronin right at the end. You need to use that battle in order to actually... just in order to complete it, and in order to unlock the next section. There's a ladder that you can then push down to really help making progress with that. So we didn't quite do that, which means we haven't quite finished up. But what we will do is...
Reports have surfaced suggesting the dead may indeed walk among us.
Interesting. A radio... I'm not sure whether we've actually listened to all the radios in Chapter 8.
In the wake of serial attacks on its bases, the Imperial Army has released information on the culprits. Those responsible are fugitives from the Crown City, who are also wanted in connection with the violence at the signing ceremony. For the safety of all citizens, the Imperial Army promises swift action in bringing these criminals to justice.
Okay, we might have heard that one before.
In the wake of the recent raid on the Empire's own Fort Valeray, situated right here in Caem, Caligo Oldor, commander of the Lucis Garrison's 5th Division, was released yesterday from an Imperial hospital after receiving medical treatment. As of this morning, the commander has returned to Lucis and resumed his duties.
Okay, so a bit about Caligo. I think we have heard those.
It's showtime.
Okay, so we are here, the Doral Caverns, and I figured we might as well do a bit of fishing. We don't come towards this sort of fishing spot particularly often. Okay. There we go, that's what we want.
Oh, we got a big one.
A big one that doesn't seem to have too much strength, which is nice. That it's relatively easy to reel in. It's not doing too much damage to my line.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, it was definitely holding down for a bit too long there, but we get a good
You've improved.
big fish. At least that they were saying it was a big fish. Just a phoenix bass. Give me something new. Looks like another phoenix bass. I know you love me. Come on.
Here we go. What the hell was that?
So I think because they're the rarer ones, that's why we're getting the little comments from Gladio and Prompto, but these are not particularly big fish. Nice and simple.
Nox, you can show a bit of emotion, you know?
Okay, let's just see if we can hook anything else. Looks like we've got a good lure for this area, which is nice. The water's very shallow there, actually. Come on, fish. Thank you.
Focus!
There we go.
You did good.
Knocked? You can show a bit of emotion, you know.
See, that's a bigger fish than the other ones. Spiked oyster
Note,
bass.
the line is wearing thin.
It's wearing just a little thin, guys. It'll be fine. Obviously, I thought this would be a good opportunity just in case we hadn't visited here in the sort of morning slash, sort of daytime.
Stop reeling.
Because if we hadn't, then we'd have probably met some different fish. But it looks like we have either been here or there's not that much variety here in terms of fish going on.
Nice.
It's another snakehead. Cool. Okay, so the plan for today depends on how far we get, really. Which may well sound a bit obvious. But if we really get a skate on, my ideal plan would be for us to cover both the Final Fantasy XIV crossover event, which we are now at approximately the right level to do, and also potentially the Rock of Ravito. Although we do have a lot of things to do in the area of the Rock of Ravito, so we may well slow down around that area. But we will see. We will see what we can do. There's definitely a few quests that are sort of in the area that I'm looking at. Namely, so obviously stuff like Sting Your Praises, and then there's a
Look where you're going! Didn't mean to do that.
There's a Sanya quest that is around that same area.
No roads, no rules.
And no one to hold us back.
Okay, we get to take out our ridiculous Type D regalia once more. I wonder if going off-road here would be like game over. I guess we might have got closer to finding out than I wanted to be, than I would have wanted to there. There you go. That's what happens. You just get... The area is inaccessible. I know that there are ways of getting out of bounds, or at least I've definitely heard of and seen videos of people getting out of bounds in this game. Doesn't really surprise me with such a large open world and all that stuff. The smallest things really do throw you off the path with this. Okay. like how that took absolutely no durability off the car. I'm assuming that's from, like, the durability would be stuff like encounters with enemies and things like that. Anyway, so the current plan, if we head this way, the plan is to then complete this quest, Wild About Onions, which is obviously one of the various quests from the Lostolum merchants. So if we can complete this one, then I can head back to Lostolum, probably via fast travel.
Nice weather.
And we can then also deal with Vive. So we have our wild onions, and then we'll also collect up a bulbous
Got what we need.
onion there. So, what we want to do now is
Here we go. Seatbelts, everyone.
just get onto the road and then auto travel to Lostolum. Actually, you know what? Let's do... I think we're not too far away from the FF14 quest. I think it's in Tollen's stronghold, which is the one that's sort of along this road. So if we can do that one first, just because then we can also get a bit more experience. And I think I have a whole bunch of experience pretty much waiting. And in that experience, obviously, the most efficient thing to do is then for us to stay at the Laville in Lostolum, because that will give us a nice big multiplier to our earnings. A nice big multiplier to the amount of EXP we get. And that just sounds nice. Sounds nice to get a multiplier. We are over-leveled, but who cares? We'll just keep getting over-leveled. And indeed, the level, I find that different levels really don't make too much of a difference in this game. I'm probably massively simplifying things and saying that. But that's just how I found it so far. Okay, so we'll make our way around here. And we should get warning that
Everybody out.
this is going to stop us for a fair while.
You gonna get that? How am I supposed to get it? Like, this?
Oh, hi there. It's me. Ichime. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Oh, perfect. Now we can talk to each other anytime.
Okay, listen, first... Never mind. Where are you?
Inside the walls. I found a place where I can see what they're up to.
You're already inside? Look, we're on our way. Just stay put.
All right. Be careful, adventurers. The voids then come out at night, and you most certainly want to steer clear of them, so you'd better act while the sun is up. See you soon.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is like a FF14 sort of reference with the sort of new look mission statements and things like that. Okay, so after Noctis and his companions save the strange young woman Yujime, she provides information about a dangerous primal who shall soon be summoned into this world. The chosen king, turned brave adventurer, must now infiltrate an imperial base and put a stop to the summoning ceremony. So I don't think I've ever done this quest at all, which makes it interesting. We'll see what happens. Level 45 should make it a challenge for us. But we wouldn't be, where's the fun without the challenge? We got to look for challenge somewhere. I'll probably regret not having any food buffs or anything like that. Okay, so there's... Oh, it's Perpetouss keep, not Tollens.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
After the Empire withdrew its troops, this base remained completely barren until now.
Yeah, Jimmy? Where are you?
Hey! Can you see me? Up here! There's something I want to show you. Do you think you can possibly make it over this way?
On my way. Stay right where you are. She's got something to show us. I'll go.
By yourself?
Yeah, it's faster that way. And who knows what she'll do if we take too long.
Good point. We'll stay here and take care of whatever comes our way.
Okay, so... From Perpetouss Keep... Let's see what we have around here. Sounds like a frog. Oh, interesting. It's just so recognisable because of the quests with Sanya regarding the frogs. Okay. Liking this music.
Yeah, that's it. You can climb up around there and make your way over.
Got it.
Okay, it looks like a bit of Final Fantasy 15 platforming, which, if anyone who has done the Patria dungeon will tell you, is not part of this. Is not a part of the game where this tends to exceed. Okay, proposal, combat training node. Looking towards the next quarter, we would like to refocus our efforts on the development of combat training nodes. These systems will use DNA samples and battle records to replicate previously encountered combatants that our infantry can use for applied practice. Interesting. Get Phoenix down as well. It's always a good sign. And they're giving you healing items. Okay. So assuming I can jump up there, I can. It's a cute cat. I don't know why the game allows me to talk to it, but... Okay. For a game that's really not built for platforming, they do love giving you challenges like this.
Better be worth it.
Okay, so we can't break the boxes. Keep climbing up. Jumping up. I have no idea where those frogs are, but you can definitely hear them. Oh god. Oh, you're kidding me. If I was Noctis, I would not be walking nearly as casually. There we go. Okay. Hello, Yijime.
You made it! I'd expect nothing less from an expert adventurer.
Right. So, what was it you wanted to show me? And what the hell's up with those ears and that tail?
First, what I wanted to show you. Here. Why don't you use this telescope and see for yourself?
I don't know where I'm supposed to look.
Do you see that huge machine and that strange-looking ritual going on?
Let me see. What are those spheres moving around down there?
They're moving now? That's funny. I'm pretty sure they were stationary when I escaped from this place.
It looks very different to everything else. Like, all of this is very not Final Fantasy 15, and these guys look pretty bizarre.
What are those things? And what are they doing?
They're Ixali Beastmen. They're getting ready to perform the divine summoning. It's a secret ritual that calls forth Garuda, Lady of the Vortex, chosen primal of the Ixal.
Right, I get it. Just like forging a covenant. What happens if this Garuda shows up, anyway?
Well, the gods manifest themselves by drawing energy from the land, and this particular god is supposed to be really vicious.
Uh-huh, which means lots of destruction. Well, guess we better do something then.
Exactly. I know it's a dangerous endeavor, but you adventurers have to stop the ritual before it's too late.
Okay, so we adventurers have got to stop this ritual to summon Garuda, which is interesting.
Huh? What kind of machine is that?
I believe it's this world's version of a teleporter. I found myself right next to it when I came to, so it may have brought me here.
What do you mean, this world?
You know, your world. The one we're in right now. That device must have linked up with one of the ancient Allegan teleporters I found back home. I racked my brain, and that's the only theory I could come up with.
Sure. Sounds like something straight out of a video game.
Oh, and as for my ears and tail, have you really never seen a Makote before?
You mean they're real?
Very real.
Okay. That's 2 out of 3. I can see a giant chocobo.
Hey, it's that chocobo.
Oh no! What's he doing here? He's my partner, you know? I can't really look after him properly while I'm in the middle of my research, so I let him eat whatever he wants, which happens to be quite a lot.
It does look like a lot. Okay, so we've got some barrels. This is where Noctis was climbing up. And I guess we've got this corner here.
What's with that statue over there?
You mean you haven't come across one in your adventures? I can sense the ethereal power of the winds flowing through that statue. I suspect it has something to do with the divine summoning of Garuda.
Well then, I guess we'd better go check it out.
Okay, I think we've seen everything we need to there.
Well, that should about cover it. Probably can't get into the ritual area just yet. Maybe we better start by checking out that statue.
Sounds good. And I'll go with you this time.
I'm enjoying this
Story
music.
you brought back down with you. No wonder you took so long.
I'm kind of jealous. Sounds just like a video game.
But we mustn't treat it like one. Still, we've seen our fair share of fantastical happenings, so we can't write it off outright.
Yeah, your Jimmy seems genuinely worried about the whole thing. Least we can do is go check it out.
Oh, thank you. You adventurers are the best.
Okay, so let's have a look. See at this statue. So do we have to go through. Can we? We can. Excellent.
Watch out, Yujime!
I'll distract him. You guys take him out.
Okay, so Mortar Systems level 37. We are, what are we looking at here? Neutral to most things except for broadswords and polearm.
Let me
I
help!
don't know quite what means that was a blind
I just
side.
so happened a little bit of Arcana. Leave that healing to me.
How come you can't do that? How the hell should I know? Just focus on the task at hand. Bucked up.
Your time has come. Let me brighten your day!
Here it comes. Oh, I did it!
Noct, there's something on your face.
That takes care of that.
Tell me, what sort of magic were you using?
Just a simple curative spell. I'm only a novice.
No way! You're out of this world! Literally.
You sure saved our skins. Just don't forget to save your own, too.
Okay, so, I mean, to be fair, I was very quickly going down to 0 HP there. So, I'm assuming Izume was helping us out then, healing us up. Come on, there we go.
So, is this that statue you talked about?
Not simply any statue, it's an artistic interpretation of the emissary of the winds. One of the messengers.
A friend of Gentiana's?
She never said anything about him.
Oh, it's not surprising. Likely because the only tomes that mention it are of dubious origin. Her name has been lost to the ages. No one's sure it ever existed at all.
The Empire seems pretty sure. I mean, check out all this equipment. They're doing some serious research.
I'd like to inspect it as well. There's something unusual about it. A strange power slumbering within.
Who cares about some forgotten chunk of Imperial rock? I think we've got more important business on our hands.
Indeed, the Ixal. Considering the way those sentries attacked earlier, I'd say the Beastmen have begun using the base as their own.
Then I say we let sleeping statues lie and go kick some Beastman butt.
All right.
I mean, I don't quite know what Ijume was expecting us to do there. Like if there was something that she wanted us to do that we weren't, but anyway, she doesn't seem too happy with our decision. Still.
Check it out!
Meteor shards? The Ixali Beastmen must be using them.
So as you know, the meteor shards are super powerful. The meteor shards are what powering up Lustolum and all that stuff. So sort of some cross-referencing there. Well, that didn't work. I wonder how you get up there, if it is possible. Whether you can even grab like that ladder as it falls down or something like that. Oh, I get it. We can climb our way up to the top here. Good thing Noct is fine with heights. Obviously that goes without saying, given his preoccupation.
So, do you think we're gonna have to throw down with those Ixal?
It depends on what kind of reception we get.
Jimmy, didn't you say they almost captured you?
Yes, I was so scared. If my chocobo hadn't been with me, who knows what would have happened? To think of all the horrifying things they could be doing to me right now.
Okay, 30 Allagan tombstones.
Oh, whatever those...
I'm sorry, Prompto. I overrid you with the meowing of a cat. I also appear to be stuck. Okay, there's a Kenny Crow? Why are you here? Hello?
Oh, guys, it's Kenny!
What's that next to him?
It's a paisa. I wonder what it's doing here.
Huh. Again, more Final Fantasy XIV sort of references that I am not aware of. I've not played the MMO. Heard very good things about it, obviously, once it's sort of sorted everything out. Because certainly its launch was not one of Square's... Not one of Square's finest decisions. But since then, I think they've really, from what I've heard, they've really improved it, really made it into a very good game. Okay, so we've got some more drones. Ooh. Another thing to ring. So Magitek prototypes. The large-scale Magitek armor seem to require too much stamina. Unless we can rectify this problem, the development of any further applications is simply out of the question. Installing an automated piloting circuit. So that's interesting. I think that's sort of referring to like how... so see, when you fight Loki, he's inside one of those big one of those big mechs. I suppose they're asking the question, well, are you killing someone every time you kill, those big mechs? Or are you just dealing with Magitek soldiers? Who, as we know, are not. Okay, so attack node and mortar systems. And the attack node is a lot higher level.
Crossbow, you're up!
You better watch it, or else I'm gonna have to hit you with my book.
Here I am! Not the time for horseplay!
Can you do that?
Physics.
Watch yourself, Nock.
I know. Get it! Patria, do it!
Here we go! Over here!
Say your prayers!
You did it! Here it comes. Physics.
I like how they, obviously, Ijime's magic is a completely different animation to anything else that we've seen in this game. Just to really sort of
glad
sell
that's over.
the
Let's go back and play video games.
differences.
Go back where?
To our hotel room?
Not gonna happen.
Okay, so what do we have here?
They come featherless nukers have. To our goddess this new land belongs. To Garuda. Interfere with her summoning. Featherless ones must not. Must not.
They're always looking for a fight.
Hey, we knew it was coming. No point complaining now.
Okay.
I'll keep you healed. You just focus on fighting.
Is that level 10? That seems a little bizarre.
Target the enemy's blind side.
I know.
only at level 10.
Here it comes.
It's taking a lot of damage.
Leave the healing to me.
Gladio!
Here we go! Over here!
Here it comes. Leave the healing to me.
Proto!
Let me brighten your day!
I'm impressed.
Get out!
It's working. Keep it up, boys.
Confusing these buttons are.
Okay, got a break.
Oh, still you must. And I may crush you.
Showtime!
Say your prayers.
Confusing these buttons.
Healing for you. Here it comes. Leave the healing to me.
Oh, still you must. And I may crush you.
Healing for you.
Okay, there we go.
Garuda, kill you all.
For whatever
I
reason.
even amaze myself
Impressive.
sometimes.
Your ego is what amazes me.
Is everyone all right?
Peachy, thanks for the healing.
I must say, the Ixali beastmen seem all but hell-bent on seeing their so-called divine summoning to completion.
Well, we'd better hurry then. I don't think we'd stand much of a chance against the Lady of the Vortex.
Gotta find a way in first. They should be just beyond that wall.
So yes, that battle felt, I don't know how, but it just felt a little weird. Like, I was really, almost like, the damage I was doing was really decreased for whatever reason. Okay, so we have our teleporter here.
This is the teleporter, I presume. It looks strikingly similar to Solheim's magic technology.
You think this is what the Ixal used to get here?
Actually, how should I put this? You see, they didn't come here of their own accord. I brought them.
What?
I kind of borrowed some valuable scholarly documents from their camp, and they kind of caught me red-handed. I managed to escape into some ancient ruins, but then there was this little accident, and, well, here we all are. I'm sorry I kept quiet about it. I should have told you.
Well, no need to apologize now. I mean, you did cause some trouble, but at least you're trying to make things right.
Yeah, if it was me, I probably would have just turned tail and run.
We appreciate you helping us understand the situation. Why not allow us to help you in return?
Exactly. Leave it to us.
After all, that's what adventurers do, right? Save people and stuff?
Wow, guys. What would I do without you? I'm gonna do everything I can to help too.
Don't know. I don't think I would be quite so forgiving. I feel like she's using the fact that she's cute to don't know. Something just doesn't feel quite right. Anyway.
There, hold on. Should be able to open the gate now.
Okay, all gates are now unlocked. Excellent. And order to withdraw. In light of Caem Basithia's current condition, military officers complete evacuation of the base. Okay, and strict secrecy about the orders. Interesting. So, if we go this way, I think we should be able to meet up with the giant chocobo. Which is obviously, you know, first priority.
Hey there, Mr. Chocobo. What you doing over here?
I'm amazed the big guy even made it over here.
He's a faithful steed. bet he'd do anything to protect his partner.
And I'm very grateful. I just wish he'd go a little lighter on me.
Hey, lighter. Because, you know, because he's really heavy and he was sitting on her. Anyway, okay, so in that case, let us open up and take on some Ixal. Well, that's not a good sign.
No, don't tell me we're too late.
Come on!
What was that?
Oh, no, you don't!
The supreme deity Garuda shall rule over the skies and fill them with storms!
We've already got our share of problems down here. This divine intervention is the last thing we need.
These insolent insects seem not to know their place. Behold as my gales drown out your arrogant protestations. Tremble as my winds tear you limb from limb. Surrender yourselves unto me. I will feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Okay then. Garuda, level 45. Interesting. Okay, this is really cool. I do apologize. I feel like we might have just missed one of the like parts of that big long cutscene because of my capture card cutting out. But there we go. We meet Garuda. The music's rocking. We are the wrong elements by being electric. So can we change that up? Okay, fire is also a strength. Ooh, okay. Not quite sure what attack that was.
Watch the enemy's movement. Yep, right, got it.
Contemptible maggot.
Razor Plume.
Over here!
There's a lot of them. Still, we seem to be wearing her down. If we ignore that really one big attack which killed me from like full. What the? What has she done now? Bring out one of my big ones.
Gladio!
Get them!
Here we go! Over here!
Procto, you're up!
Let me brighten your day!
Okay, so we've got multiple of them. Interesting. So we've got Suparna. We're going to have to take out some other ones.
Hey, Ignis! Instructions! No!
Okay, so it looks like the plumes themselves are weak to electro, even if Thingy herself is not. Let's just... focus down on Suparna.
One shot! Now's our chance! Want some?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Suparna's down. Lovely. Next is Chirada.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Okay, is that weak to gun or just weak momentarily?
Okay.
She's been removing the big towers, so I can't... We're trying to warp to safety, but we can't. Let's overwhelm again. It seemed to do a lot of damage last time. Yeah, that's it.
One false move and we're done for.
Oh, they're trying to destroy these, it looks like. So that's what the Razor Plumes are for. Okay, that's cool. That I haven't realized.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Nice.
It's nothing.
You are mine! Watch yourself, Knocked. I know.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I just auto killed them.
I'm still standing up.
And that also... Okay, so attacking her straight up is just not working. So what do we do?
You're up. You are mine.
Drag her down.
You are beneath me.
Apparently she's just sniping us from high up, and it's working very nicely for me. heal.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Okay. Okay, I have no idea what was happening there.
Damn! She's tough!
Adventurers, look!
I don't know whose voice I'm following, but as long as you're helping me out, I'm with you!
God damn it. Okay, who will be summoning? Wait, so do I get a new summon out of this? That's cool. That did not do a lot of damage.
No mortal should possess such power! This is impossible!
Okay, that was a bit rogue, because Garuda definitely had plenty of health left there. I don't know whether it's like a defined feature of the battle. When she was up in the air and just lasering down wind blasts.
Is it over?
Hey, where's Noct?
Adventurers! Are you alright?
Yes. We three, at least.
Oh no. No! This can't be! There you are.
Oh man, I thought you disappeared on us.
Are you hurt?
No, I think I was just dreaming.
You sure you're okay there, Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, thank goodness. I was so afraid you'd been whisked away to my world this time.
Speaking of which, do you think you'll be able to make it back?
Well, I'm not sure. If I manage to arrive here in one piece, I imagine I'll be able to head home safely too.
Do you really think so?
But of course, I'm not worried. Besides, as a natural historian, the opportunity to explore an unknown world fills my heart with excitement. I'm going to stay here a while and do some more research. If you adventurers have anything you'd like me to investigate, just let me know. Oh, that's right. I never asked any of your names.
Bit late for that.
Come on, show the young lady a little kindness. I'm Gladio.
Minax, Prompto's my name, photography's my game.
Photography?
Taking pictures?
Hold on a sec. You had your turn.
How could I forget the bespectacled gentleman with the bespoke wardrobe? Shittingness!
You're some wingman.
I was defeated by the gods and awakened by a traveler from another world.
Okay, Mark of the Vortex, the Ancient Messenger's Favour. We can now summon the Messenger of the Winds. Really interesting. So we do get a new summon. That's really cool. Get a Glamour Prism. I'm assuming those are essentially outfits, potentially. Okay, let's just check this. Okay, so we can now dress Noctis up as a Mikote. We can dress Gladio as a Rogadane. We got a new outfit. Let's change it up. Let's go to casual. Slightly less aggressive, but also looks hilarious. So we can have him as an Elysian or in his casual, and then we'll have Prompto in his casual, but we could also have him as a Hyur. So definitely, obviously, Noctis gets the cat ears, of course. Okay then, so then we should check out what's going on here. So they mentioned that the things would be, all of this would be turned off. Did we not check this out? Okay, interesting. Okay, so they've transferred to the Kenny Grow and the, I can't remember what they called it there, but put that up there.
Hey, want to grab a picture while we're all here?
Sure, why not?
A picture?
Yeah, it'll be a great addition to the old scrapbook. Ready or not?
It's a pretty cute photo there. Especially with the different outfits, that's always nice. Okay, good.
Oh, and here's one for you, Yajime.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Hey, I found this. Any idea what it is?
Wow. You've got your hands on something really impressive. I think you should be able to make special weapons with that material. It just might help you adventurers out on your journey.
Okay, so they want us to exchange. So we need a rune saber, a vortex feather, and an Allegan tombstone. Claymore. So Claymore, rune sabers. These are all standard weapons. Again, jazzy music. Okay, and then you continue to improve them. So we make one Garuda's Gaze, which we can then upgrade into a Gaze of the Vortex, which we can then, I guess, strengthen even more. So it goes from 430 and boosting all of the... Oh no, okay, we can just make one straight away with 99 Allegan tombstones. Or tomestones. Okay. Interesting. And then you can buy 10 AP for 10 Allegan tombstones. You can buy Wind Up Lord Vexus's. These are really useful. They're very good fusion materials. The wind ups. Some adamantite, which you can sell, and some Zubeeks as well. Okay, cool. So if we do get these weapons, It'll be worth transforming them.
I'm ready to make anything you want. Come back anytime.
Okay, so that's that. Obviously, we've got our...
What are you still doing here?
What? He's got something in his beak.
I think this is the credit sequence for this section. Okay, so there we have a little credit sequence, some little cute bits with, obviously, Ijime being chased by a cat and celebrating with her chocobo.
What? Again?
Hold on. It's not attacking.
Perhaps it comes in peace.
Hey, there's something written here.
Okay, training node activated. Ready for replication of a battle. Okay, so I'm assuming that means you can do the battle again at either level 45 or at level 120 and earn some rewards, which I'm assuming are the things that you then trade with Ijime for the various weapons. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I think that puts us in a pretty good spot, and we should be able to head out. So here we are. The Ixal succeeded in summoning the Lady of the Vortex into the world of Eos. With the Arcanist Ijime at their side, Noctis and his friends awaken one of the 24 messengers, an ancient emissary of the skies, and manage to defeat Garuda. Crisis averted, the party and Ijime go their separate ways with fresh winds in their sails. Okay, so, and we get a new summon, which is pretty cool. Interesting that the summon is one of the messengers and not one of the obviously, it couldn't really be one of the astrals because they are very much designated from the start, and we know exactly what we can sort of expect from all the astrals. But it's interesting that we'd get a messenger also, and one that's seemingly of comparable power, at least, to the astrals themselves. So that was pretty cool. And a difficult battle. I'd quite like to try it again, just to sort of feel like you're more on top of it, like sort of really identify what's going on. It's the bigger thing with this game is that I think because you're not particularly punished straight away, that is, for sort of rushing in and properly belting levels and trying to, or essentially just completely bully your way through battles. It really encourages that, and so when like these harder battles pop along, I'm assuming what they want is they're expecting you to sort of
leave the road behind.
Born ready.
to take a little bit of time to sort of learn the patterns and to identify sort of things that are going on, because a lot of the, I generally, in a lot of ways, I don't really know what's going to happen with the enemy until after they've done it. And sometimes it feels like, they're winding up for a big attack that never comes. And sometimes they do a small little movement, which I take for a small little attack, and it ends up them pulling out something which knocks me flat on your ass. So it's really difficult, I'm finding, to make that judgment and get it correct at least. Okay, so continuing on with our quest to complete things that were not, complete things that I've never done before. I think we should do the second of these big challenges.
So what's next? Ask around a little?
It's up to Noct.
And I might see what's available at...
Shall we shop a bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just check the store.
What can I do for you?
Okay, nothing new there.
Come again.
So that's good. And in terms of weapons...
You want weapons? We got lots of them.
So we've got an Airstep Sword, a Blade of Branir, a Mythril Lance, a set of Cutlasses, a Calamity, a Kite Shield, and a bunch of accessories that we generally already have.
See you later.
Okay, so those are the sort of things... again, the way I like to do those is I just like to make sure that I can't find a version of that weapon on the map, as it were. Like, just as a, not spend the gil on it, essentially. Okay, test drive records. Let's try this. The Duscaen Mortar Challenge.
You boys ready and raring to race? Well, best of luck to you.
Something tells me we might need the luck on the first go, at least. Okay, so, passing through some checkpoints.
Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Go!
So the lead one of this was not too bad. Let's see how we fare here. I'm expecting more from the side of, like, you need to pull off some mental jumps, maybe. camera's really weird and... So, wants us to go up here. Don't feel too confident at the moment, based on how these first few checkpoints have gone. Let's see up a bit, guys. Okay, nice. Well, that section was definitely a lot faster than the previous. Just hop over that. Okay, I am praying that I'm going to land somewhere good. I have no idea what happened. Okay. Come on. Okay, well there's the finish. We're going to finish with over a minute left, which is nice. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It obviously can go a lot faster there if we wanted to. Okay, 252.
Well, I'll be a new record. Miss Cindy will love this.
Okay, we get a sturdy bumper, which I'm assuming are the sort of things that allow you to, for example, the it'll be like the when you're in the Regalia Type D, as we currently are.
You in some shopping?
Might not be a bad idea to stock up.
That they will like take less damage when you do collisions and things like that. Okay, let's buy one of these Airstep Swords. Okay, so we've also got a Mythril Lance. And I think it's a good idea for us to buy one of those. I think these are the same ones that we find in Wiz's. So Wiz's Chocobo Post. So they're largely, as you can tell, I mean, like, the damage is not particularly great. Nothing too
come again.
mind-blowing for us yet, but it's worth collecting up all the weapons. And seeing...
No roads, no rules, and no one to hold us back.
I was thinking that we would auto get to Lestollen, but... like we just quick drive there, but seeing as we can actually, yeah, it's a fair while away. So if we just go to Lestollen. So the main two reasons that we're in Lestollen is one, so we can hand in Vive's quests. We want to continually be handing in Vive's quests as he sends us all around EOS, all around the continent. And if we keep up with his quests as he does that, then that just saves us time. And obviously the second thing is we can hand in that quest at the farmer's market. And also we'll be able to, once we do both of those things, we'll be able to stay at the Laville and cash in our ginormous amount of experience that we currently have. We have about 80,000 experience. So we'll definitely make the most of a multiplier.
What a relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
Okay, so
Another nip face is cropped up, frickin' eyesores.
I wonder if I don't think we'll have done any hunts.
Worried about the view?
Okay, so just realised that Vive is in completely the opposite direction. Oh well. Let's just head over to the farm. Okay.
Thanks again, boys. You're a great help. You had a hand in our veggies, so try whatever you like.
A singular onion. See, I got more experience from that than I did for defeating Garuda, from the idea of the quest, I think. And there's another one there. We'll just see if Noctis has anything to say about... Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have one more quest, I think, from here, and then that's... Obviously, we've also got Tailspin.
You boys still hunting up a storm? Say, if you have time, there's more harvesting that wants doing. Head over to the farm if you're up for it.
Okay, Vegging Out. Another quest that's in a relatively similar area to where we just were. But that's no... Yeah, it's not too much of a pain. It's not ideal, but it's not too much of a pain for us. I do wish that Noctis would run in the Stolum, as opposed to just his sort of weird, leisurely jog. So if we just quickly check, this one, yeah, level 20, and as you can see, it's pretty much exactly just where we were, just a little south of Perpetouss Keep, and a little bit north of the Doral Caverns, so bang in the middle where we were. A little annoying, that, but that's okay. Let us now do this one and report back to Vive. Okay, Vive, my man.
So, how'd it go? Did you get some good shots?
How about these?
Not quite sure what prompt.
Yeah. Nice. Real nice. I should be good now. It's all gonna work out. You see, I sort of shoved this feature down their throats, and now I'm on the hook for it. A couple of sloppy shots, and I'd never hear the end of it.
So, what are you? The editor or something?
Editor? I'm the president.
Huh?
President and CEO, Meteor Publishing Incorporated. What? Surprised?
Totally.
Guess I don't act too presidential. Anyway, now you know who I am. Let's keep working together, okay?
Okay, 93,000 experience. And a decent chunk of gil. So they should have something to say about Vive's unassuming appearance. At least I assumed they would. Thought they'd be chatting about it. Maybe not. Maybe it's the next one.
There's my favorite camera team. I've got another job for you. Interested?
Yeah, sure.
I'm still working on that feature about the old legends. This time, I need a photo of the royal tomb that lies in the Fall Grove.
Why do you need that?
Come on, you know why. There's a close link between the legends and the Lucian royal family. There's danger in them woods. You up for it?
Sure.
I was hoping you'd say that. Try to get a picture of the nearby gate as well. It's a good example of classic Lucian design and architecture.
Okay, Of Gods and Kings is the next one from Vive. So that should thankfully be exactly very close by. So we can...
You don't mind me taking pictures of the tombs?
Why would I?
Anyway, that's good news for me. It'll wrap things up quite nicely. So we can do both of those, and then, depending on time, which I think we should be fine on, we may well head to Ravito.
Greetings. Will you be staying with us?
Okay, 1.5 times, that'll do.
I'm all sticky and gross.
Woohoo! About time!
I could have gone all the way down to Golden for the extra little bit, but I can't be bothered. Okay, 130,000 experience. What level does that kick us up to? Level 51. Okay, Noctis now gets another discount. Gladio will now start finding Phoenix Downs. Excellent. Everyone's doing a nice job of, or at least we're doing a pretty good job of staying relatively even with...
This one's pretty good.
I dig it too.
With the, it's a nice one of Ignis, with the Ravito in the background.
Nice shot, Prompto.
One of Ijime. One of absolutely nothing. Quite sure what's going on in that one either. Ijime dancing with a cat and being squashed by a cat. And her chocobo as well. So, getting a nice boost of experience, it's now time for us to... So pretty much, I mean, what we'll do...
Rest is money well spent.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Oh, there's something to be said for the safety of walls.
What we'll do is, we'll do this nice and quick. So we'll just pop over, do the 2 quests, and then pop back to Lustolum, making liberal use of the fast travel. Which is rare for me, but it's, I think it makes the most sense here. Parking spot in Duscaen, the Fall Grove. When it's only 10 gil, it's not exactly expensive, and it's really not something, at least here, that I need to be too worried about. But if we could do Ravito today, then that would be the second of the 3 big dungeons that I want to do before we can get started with the end of Chapter 8, i.e. heading back to Caem. There are a few small things in Caem that we can also, that we haven't really... No, I guess we could have started. The problem with Caem is that it's so isolated that you just sort of tend to really ignore it on the map. Like it's all the way down here. But I guess what we could do is we could do these 2 and then drive all the way down to Caem just to sort of look at what's going on with the other quests there. Not efficient at all, but something we could do.
Easy now.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. I will say, listening to some of these Persona 1 tracks, Final Fantasy 1, like, you know, the original Final Fantasy tracks, they are absolutely brilliant pieces of music. And I have played Final Fantasy 1, and I did enjoy it. Did enjoy my time with that game.
The hunt is on.
You're on fire today.
What can I say? Pronto! You rang?
Should be getting very close with Prompto's Piercer for it to be completely leveled up.
Oh, hi there, opening.
Pronto, wake up!
Yes, sir.
Let's check it out. 70%. So we've got to use it once. I know, like 3 more times or whatever it is, in order to get there.
None the worse for wear.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's the spot they want.
Let me get this shot.
Good, we got it. Next location.
Try grabbing a shot from here.
Ready or not?
Okay, we got what we needed.
Let's go.
Okay, get ourselves another talisman. We must have already... or is this the one that's... Yeah, that's the one that the demons have ransacked. And is in Costamark Tower, which we will not be doing quite yet. So... do that one.
See you, Slowpoke!
Magitek engine. It's close.
Some more hind legs.
Beautiful day. Totally. Thanks for the ride.
Oh, there's a curl
Nice
over there.
riding with you.
No harvest too big or small.
I'm assuming these are I know, sheer turn max. Okay.
Easy now.
We'll just make our way back to the Regalia. We can go by the various procurement points along the way. Duscaen orange.
Magitek engine. It's close.
We'll meet again.
Let's go.
And some nutmeg as well. Okay, we're gonna have our little procurement phase. Let's just get to the car.
I'm going on ahead.
Imperials above us!
Thanks. Here we go!
Seatbelts, everyone.
Seem to be rather stuck. Okay, so I think we want to be heading this way. And then we can say goodbye to the road going this way. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. Dun 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 dun. Basically, little earworms. They could be pieces of music that you've never heard, or like you haven't heard in years. Like I can't remember when I played Final Fantasy 1, but it was probably 3-4 years ago now. And yet, this piece of music, I say now, it's be Final Fantasy 2. This will be, yeah, it is Final Fantasy 2. But there we go. You know, equally, it's been a long time since I've played Final Fantasy 2, and even though it has been such a long time, the little, I find it quite interesting how the little musical motifs and things like that can really stick in your head for an awful long time. Okay, so the path that we may all be heading down may well be the first time in all of my time playing this game that I've ever gone this way, because there's just very little reason in most cases to head to Caem down this route. So it's brand new for all of us. I know most of it is tunnels. Beautiful. Angel guard in the background. Getting a little close to the wall. Can't quite see Caem, so there's clearly a little bit further for us to head around. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the chance to do the Caem picture. There's one of Prompto's little "do you want to take a photo" quests. There's one at Caem up towards the lighthouse, but I'm imagining that we won't be able to do it because it's already dusk. Well, not quite dusk, but it's already getting dark. Be careful I don't fly off the bridges. Okay, Cape Caem, we have arrived.
Really looking forward to Iris' cooking.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Aw, don't be that way. It's different when a girl cooks for you.
Okay, so we'll just extend our rental period with the chocobos.
The Imperial High Commander? Heard he's been swaggering about with his Majesty's sword.
Heard the same. That guy's got some nerve.
We have heard these discussions.
Let's have some...
How are you today?
Did I buy some Carlabos claw? Some fine plain wheat. I feel like this is an item which you can only buy. This might also be an item that you can only buy. It's just rare that you'd sort of go for so long through the game without actually... the Carla boss, different, because I know that we can fight Carla boss. But those ones where sort of like, you feel like it's unlikely for me to have essentially missed those ingredients so much. Although you could argue, well, Caem pink shrimp, you haven't been in the right area. I don't think that they're available here. Just from my memory. Okay, so here at Caem we have a few, there are a few small quests. There's one where we can talk to Talcott, and we'll find out that he's very into cactuars. And so the cactuar statuettes that we have been purchasing will have a use as we, as you give them to Talcott, he'll offer rewards for that. Another one is, well, there's a second kitty catering quest, so there's a second quest with the cat. And thirdly, there is a little extra mini game with Iris, and it's how we get the Ulwart berries that Cocktura is looking for in her recent quest.
I'm sorry. Thanks for everything.
So, by paying your respects to Jared there,
It's nice to not have to kill
you get
anything.
you obviously get a very useful magic flask. So we can carry one more spell. They are always useful, they are very rare, they are things that you should always be on the sort of keeping an eye out for. Okay, so there's the house, and there's the lighthouse. So we've got a few things. Obviously, we've got to talk to Sid, because I would like to check on my weapons and how they are going. But if we head back here, we can also find the, as we say, we have the same cat.
Hey, you're the cat we saw in Galden. Oh, your paws sure brought you a long way from home, little guy. You must be hungry after all that walking. No restaurants around, though. Wonder if anyone around here knows a thing or two about cat food.
Why don't you try asking Monica?
She mentioned having kept several cats back home.
Wow, and she never gave off a crazy cat lady vibe. I hope we don't have to go all the way back to Galden.
Especially after the cat came all the way to Caem.
What drew him here anyway?
His dear friend Noct, of course.
So, I think we did buy some expensive cat food from the vendor out the front there. But as you might imagine, it is not too efficient for us to... What? Efficient's the wrong word, actually, because it's probably more efficient for us to use the to actually have it, to just hand it in now that we've bought it. But we can also just wait and...
There y'all are. Here's your weapon now.
We can talk to Monica instead, and she'll have us catch a fish. Okay, so we get our Bioblaster Plus.
Whoa! Niff make this time? Is there nothing you lot won't pick up? Anywho, show me the parts and I'll show...
Okay, so the gravity well requires a hydraulic cylinder, which I believe we have got. I feel like we picked one up when we defeated the MAX Maniple.
All right. I'll give you a call when it's ready. Ah, y'all brace yourself for power. You slacking off.
Okay, that one we need a Sky Gemstone. The auto crossbow he's obviously already doing for us, as is a better gravity well. Now that we're getting weapons that are actually stronger, I might try out the Ragnarok.
Ah, y'all brace yourself for power.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's an annoying thing with Sid's quests, is that if you...
Better brighten things up.
If we stop, as we did there... if you continue the quest, if you let him fix some... you have to hand them all in at once, is what I'm trying to say. And because we didn't hand them all in at once then, we now have to wait for him to finish doing the other two before we can hand over the Engine Blade 3 and have that be turned into the... I believe it's the Ultima weapon. However, it's also worth noting that I think we're coming up to finding the Sky Gemstone that we need. Because I think when we do this second cat quest...
What's your plan if your glasses break?
I've got another pair, just in case.
The man always has a plan.
I think, as I say, it will be there. Okay, Cape Caem. Promontory, offering a sweeping view of the majestic Sigillian Sea. The ocean beyond the cape connects Lucis and Accordo, formerly serving as an important maritime trade route between the two countries. As relations between the two nations shifted and demons began appearing around the continent, maintenance of the lighthouse that guided ships to shore grew difficult, and the beacon on the rock soon shone no more. Once warm and inviting, the cape at present feels cold and deserted. The caravans that rarely grace the seaside parking lots are usually filled with adventurous anglers hoping to catch a coastal whopper or hungry hunters looking for a briny bite to eat. Otherwise, the cape is currently all but devoid of human activity. Until the king's retinue turned up and made a big noise. So we have, there, we got a... What does it say? No littering at the cliff edge. Get a maiden's kiss. Plenty, it being a little settlement means that there's plenty of things to sort of find just lying about. Okay, so we need to talk to Talcott. And looking at the time, I'm thinking that maybe we won't do Ravito today. It's a little disappointing. I was hoping to do so. But it just might mean that rather than in 2 episodes, we'll be doing it in 3. Sorry, in this episode and 1 more. I think we'll be doing it in 3 more episodes.
It's not perfect, but there's no place like home. Good news, Noct. Our garden is up and running. So, Noct, you gonna put your green thumb to the test?
And do what with it?
Grow vegetables? You can eat them or sell them if you want.
Fine. So what do?
It all starts with a seed. Here, try these.
Okay, so we can now, as you see, we can now
Sounds good.
start this quest. Living off the land, and also in doing so, this quest we will also unlock the abilities, as she was saying, to trade the carrots that we grow here for some Okay, so naturally, staying in Caem gets us a unique little scene here, with Talcott showing us around and Iris arriving.
Hey, this one's pretty good.
I know. I dig it too.
The red chocobos streaking through. A nice picture of Gladio there. One with Talcott.
Yeah.
Your weapon is ready and waiting for you.
Okay, so we can now, or at least we should be able to, if I'm right in what I'm thinking, we should hopefully... The other thing I want to check, are there any other quests around this area? No.
What's up?
Morning.
What you doing out, Ignis?
Let's get a shot with the lighthouse. Hair blowing in the breeze. We'll be seaside supermodels.
Seaside supermodels it is, then.
Oh yeah! Seaside supermodels!
Okay, so we get our photo op, thanks to Prompto.
Take a shot from here.
Good call.
Specifically looking at the lighthouse.
Let me get this shot.
I think that
It's all
was...
here, see? Us?
Well, I think one of us was blocking out Gladios. Okay, so... we have some carrots. They are very quick growing carrots. And we complete another very small little quest.
Say, are you the ones working this garden?
Yeah. Who are you?
Oh, sorry. The name's Tony. I run a restaurant not too far from here. On the hunt for some high-quality produce. You have a great plot, perfect for growing all sorts of produce. Any chance you'd be willing to part with some? I pay good gill.
Okay. So here we go. So as you can see, you can get auto parts 3, you can get 4. You can you can get some weapons. Obviously, we're going to get the berries.
These greens look great. My cooks and customers are gonna eat these up.
This it? The thing Goktura needs?
I believe so. Let's hurry back with it.
Your veggies, they're the talk of the town. Mind if I take some off your hands?
And we'll do the same thing again.
These greens look great. My cooks and customers are gonna eat these up. I'll be back to buy whatever you're willing to sell. So let me know if you got any leftovers.
So, it's just a short little mini game there where you can obviously plant some carrots and in turn get some rewards. The weapons are actually pretty good. And I think are also they may well be customizable by Sid. So, well worth looking into, certainly. So, next thing we're going to do is talk to the cat.
Alright, dinner is served. You're really eating it up. Don't forget to thank the chef.
You really got a soft spot for animals, don't you?
They bring out a nicer Noct.
Could try being nicer to us.
Could, but I won't.
And there we go. We get ourselves our Sky Gemstone. So, that means that we should be able to hand away the circular saw, but I just need to swap it, because otherwise, obviously, it won't work, because it's currently been equipped. So,
There you all are. Get ready to be blown away.
so we get our auto crossbow improved.
Done took your sweet time. Here.
And our gravity well improved. And we're going to be able to hand over some
Hand over your weapon and I'll get to work.
the last two bits here.
All right. I'll give you a call when it's ready. Good. How y'all doing?
Okay, so that should put us in very good stead in terms of Sid's quests. So obviously we have buried memories with Coctura, so I think what we'll do, potentially, is spend, as I say, we've got some time. And my plan is, if we just have a look, we can sort of discuss it through. So my plan is to head up to here and do the Rock of Ravito stuff. We can, along the way, potentially deal with the close encounter of the Terror kind, especially if we drive, and then do... We'll obviously get the perfect cup along the way. And we'll also be able to do Power to the Pylons 3, and then hand that back in to Holly as well. But something I've just remembered, and one of the most important things, seeing as it's a key part of what we were doing.
Easy now.
Whilst I do want to try out that close encounter of the Terror Battle, you know, the Terror Battle sort of crossover event, we have something that I said I was going to do before that.
Thanks for the ride.
Namely, we need to get back to we need to get back to Lestolum. So we'll get back to Lestolum. We will hand in our quests, because we've got Vegging Out and we've got Vive's quest. From Vive's quest, we should be able to get his next one, which is about the Rock of Ravito, I hope. Which would be very, very useful. And then maybe what we can do is say head down to maybe like Old Lestolum, for example, and sort of set up shop there ahead of the next few bits, you know, like leaving out and you know, heading out to the Rock of Ravito and things like that. Because I think those are the next few things that we're going to want to do.
Might want to stock up on potions and stuff.
And Old Lestolum seems...
You're being helpful for a change.
What do you mean for a change?
Old Lestolum seems as good as any sort of location to sort of set up shop. Especially because I think there's maybe a Dave quest there that we can start as well. Plenty of things going on. Okay, so Vive, you are down there. Never stops waving that hand.
You made it back in one piece. But did you get the shots?
You tell me. Take a look.
Oh, baby, you got them all right. These are perfect. But man, you guys are tough. Surviving a place like that?
Nothing we aren't used to.
Used to it? What kind of journey are you kids on? Anyway, here's your reward. Next job I'm thinking is gonna be tricky, but I'll make it worth your while. You'll take a pay raise, I presume.
Okay, another decent chunk of experience. They seem to give... These quests are giving... Like Vive's quest, they give good experience and good money.
If you really want to impress folks, you gotta show them something they've never seen before.
Sounds like a new job.
You got that right. I want a shot from atop the rock of Revito.
Are you saying we're supposed to climb it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. They say there's a cave near the summit that offers the finest view in all of creation. This job requires camera skills and fighting skills, and no one's more qualified than you kids. Pull this off, and it'll be the most talked about photo in the history of my magazine. Good luck.
Okay, he called it Revito. I always thought it was Ravito. I will stand corrected otherwise. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to finish off. We'll hand in Vegging Out, and then I think, as I say, we will go on a quick drive to Old Lestolum and wrap things up there. Maybe find a nearby haven to sort of set up shop for the next little bit. And then hopefully the next time we return to Lestolum, we'll be handing in Holly's quest. And we'll also be able to hand in the final of the vendor quests with the other vendor down one of the streets as opposed to the vendors in the market.
Thanks again, boys. You're a great help. You had a hand in our veggies, so try whatever you like.
Okay, so now we get an even bigger discount. And a nice chunk of experience.
Ah, welcome back.
Okay, so we get Zoo Tender, Kujata Marrow, some beetroot that we've never seemed to have found. Okay, let's. I think we can find beetroot in the wild, but
thank you kindly. I'll be seeing you.
Almost checking to see if it would generate a new recipe, but clearly not. So yeah, we will check around and head over to Old Lestolum, find a haven, set up shop. And when we come back, like I say, we will want to come back to Lestolum at some point.
Falstar, it's food from above.
And the nice thing about doing all of this is that we're also we're also building up obviously experience, which then when we eventually head back to Golden, we can then, splurge on a bit of experience. Let's do it manually.
Ready to leave the road behind?
Born ready.
So yeah, we should hopefully be able to build up a decent amount of experience over maybe the next 2 episodes if we're able to do both the Rock of Ravito, and then we'll also look to do the Merlewood and head up north. And there should be plenty of combat encounters for us to do up there because you've got Meldacio Hunter HQ up there, so we can talk. We should be able to get some hunts from there. as well. So sort of tying all of that together should give us, hopefully, a pretty good, another nice big chunk of experience. We can then go to the luxury of the hospitality in Golden, and just make the most of the extra experience. Okay, so we've got this haven here. I feel like there's got to be another haven somewhere along this section. Seems weird that there wouldn't be, but I don't know for sure. But there we go. There's an energy deposit, which implies a haven. Or was that just... I guess that was an energy deposit we hadn't found for Alkari Haven.
Our car's supposed to do this!
Our car's supposed to do this. Come on, Pronto. You're going to question Cindy's craftswomanship? I guess the alternative would just be to head straight to Ravato now, and then we can do that later. The only thing would be is if Dave's quest, and I think it is Dave, if his quest just happens to take us over towards the rock, but I think he'll be okay. Okay, so there's a little shop there and a fishing option down below. Okay, I think we want to head. Oh, we want to head the other way. Yeah, here we go.
Everybody out.
Aye, aye.
Okay, let's park up at the Maiden Water.
Where do we go from here?
And let's call over a chocobo. And head towards that volcano. And we can see a nice haven just there. Ideal for us. I'm hoping that, given that there seems to be a relatively significant outpost here, that there'll be somewhere I can extend my chocobo rental. There does look to be. Okay, the Ravatoan Trail. So, Lambeth Haven. Let us stop off here.
Camping. Again.
Well, you got a problem with camping?
Obviously, camping actually removes all the stuff I was talking about in terms of the extra experience that we'd get at Golden, but that's absolutely fine. Again, experience. We are over-leveled as hell. We do not need to worry about experience at this point. Okay, so look for anything that avoids like burn or anything like that. That would be quite nice for, I imagine, this big old climb that we're going to have to do. So like this one maybe, the Garden Curry. Happy Chocobo. Okay, everyone at 52 except for Gladio, who's at 51. Tony, in a very blurred picture. Okay. Dude, ooh, a tour. I was not aware there was a tour here. That's cool.
Hey, Noct, I have a favor to ask. I want to do something for Iris, and I need your help.
What's this now?
Well, my sis puts on a brave face, but I know it's not easy for her. I just wanted to do something for her to show that I care. And that's where you come in. I hope.
Yeah, sure thing. So, what do you need me to do?
Pick a flower.
A flower?
A particular flower that only blooms at dawn. Indigenous to these parts. Iris has always had a soft spot for them.
An early morning. Well, at least it'll be easy pickings. You can count on me.
That's a cute idea there from Gladio. Okay, so we have our tour.
Let's go pick that flower.
Just to check, you sure you know where to look?
Yeah, should be just up ahead.
Alrighty.
Here we are. Bound to be one around here somewhere.
It's a pretty big somewhere to look.
It'll feel great when you find it. Come on.
If I find it.
Okay. Almost like some natural steps in the environment there. Okay, so we've got a treasure spot as well, which is nice.
Noct, I see one. There.
Yeah. How am I supposed to reach it?
Well, that's why I'm here. To give you a boost.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Don't step on the flowers. Wait, if Gladio could get there by himself, why did he need this?
Couldn't have done it without you.
Not really pretty sure you needed me.
Well, I'd like you to give her the flower. That'll mean even more to her.
Huh? Why? What's wrong with it being from us?
How clueless can you be? Look, just hand it to her for me, okay? Good hustle out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm awesome.
Interesting. So, Gladio seems to be understanding of Iris's affection for Noct, and somewhat supports it, but also knows that Noctis is going off to wed Luna Freya. A little bit weird, but there we go.
Yeah.
The refurbishing's complete. Come and get it.
Okay, so both of our weapons will be available. And just to finish off, we'll just, because I'm thinking about it, let's just spend some of our AP, because we have earned a lot. Okay. Swiftly unleash damage on an area with a firearm. Oh, that's 333. Ultimate death blow. Let's get these 64 ones. Okay, then the stats ones, these are all 99, I think. That's increasing spirit, increasing strength. Equip 3 accessories, 333. Was there anything big here? Gain experience. Status boost is 33. Double items gained from fishing. Weight mode we really don't need to worry about. Magic. So super powercraft is 500, 330. Is that bonus? Okay, so that increases everyone's magic by twice the number of levels. I think that's probably worth doing. And maybe we'll look at doing some of the other stats-based ones as well. And maybe all of these first aid kits and those. Something on recovery. Anything on tech? Almost don't want too much on tech because we've already, I'm already working it through. Death drop is 24, 99, 52. Okay. Looks good. Okay, so I think that is going to be it for this episode. We've been doing a fair amount, and I think it's a good spot for us to finish. So, here we are. We're basking in the sight of the Rock of Ravito ahead. So, I hope you have enjoyed this episode of my walkthrough of Final Fantasy 15. In the next episode, like I say, we are going to be doing some quests around this area, so completing the Rock of Ravito. And then we'll be heading back and doing some quests in the Old Lostolum sort of area, finishing off things around here. And then the next thing to do will then be to head up north and to do the same thing, sort of heading up here. We're going to do the Merlewood dungeon, which we have not completed before. And we're also going to head to head here, and then we can cut back down here, hand in quests in Lostolum, and do some other stuff. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I hope you will join me on the next.